Hey guys, Anime Magica here with my Blue Eyes themed Blue Eyes Dragon themed deck. Sorry. Um, this deck, I don't know. In some cases, it has ran pretty well. But there have been times when I've just come up with appalling results. Barely getting that much of a dent on my opponent against certain decks. But like I said, in some cases it could be a class as a work in progress. Um, or something like that. Anyways, but I'll leave you to be the judge of that. We'll get started off straight away with this. Um, I'll start off by saying this deck has the three Blue Eyes White Dragons. Well, not the three Blue Eyes, it just has three. Two of the original Blue Eyes. I would have had a jump or the newer world-themed one because I know there's around about 4 versions of Blue Eyes that are out, but I couldn't get a hold of any of the other two. So basically, I've got 2 of the first ones in there, and preferably, I actually like this pick a lot better than the other 2. As much as people can um, like simple things, I just like the fact it's just a simple color blue for this one, just all around blue, 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 blue. Um, Next, people will quote me on this. People will honestly hammer me with comments, but I have got this in the deck. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. Um, this has been my favourite card for this deck, considering ever since the movie came out, really. I've just been a bit of an anime freak with it. I like trying to summoning it. People will say, why, what's the point? So really, I just focused on cards that would probably get Blue Eyes Ultimate onto the field a bit faster so I could summon it. But I find it pretty fun when it does end up turning out on the field. I mean, I enjoy the fact that it's hard to summon, and when I do get it out, I feel a bit of a triumph in managing to get it onto the field because I know it can be murder because you have to fuse for Blue Eyes Ultimate first, then sacrifice that 4,500 attack point monster, which can be a bit awkward, just so you can get a 3,000 out. And well, its attack points anyway can probably dwarf. Just make its attack points just probably just climb up and up and up, and probably end up overshadowing the Blue Eyes Ultimate's attack power. The only card that can really beat this in terms of attack point gain is the Dark Paladin, which is in a separate deck, thank God. But yeah, onwards and upwards with this. A Blackluster Soldier, you probably figure that out why I've got this in the deck. When I show you the fusion deck, really, or you can probably just put 2 and 2 together right now, just say, yeah, Dragon Master Knight. Again, it's a hard monster to summon, but like me, I managed to find ways around it. I've got a Light and Darkness Dragon in here. Only the one, considering I don't want too many heavy hitters in this deck, although considering I already have, this guy makes a total of 6 right now. Negation effects, constant negation, but its attack points keep dropping by 500 for each one. I think it's actually attack and defense. But when it's destroyed, I select a Dragon type monster in my graveyard, destroy other cards I control, and special summon that Dragon type monster. So basically, it can be if, say, I have Blue Eyes Ultimate in the graveyard and I want to get that back. But I've just got this in here. It is open to be removed and put in my trades file. Don't know yet. I'll have to work that out. Okay, next up, I've got 3 Masked Dragons. Simple thing is, just allows me to search out Dragon type monsters. 1,500 attack points or less. The only downside is that they get summoned in attack position. So basically, if you're looking to defend with them, it can be a bit troublesome. But then again, in a chain, you can have 1 Masked Dragon destroyed, summon another Masked Dragon, and when that's destroyed, summon another Masked Dragon. So you can try and survive the attacks, but by taking a lot less damage. So they're just basically part of the engine of the deck, anyways. 2 Mirage Dragons for their battle phase trap negations. 1,600 attack as well, so they're pretty handy. I've got 2 in there for that. I've got 2 Lord of Dragons in the deck for dragon protection, really. I haven't got that many spells and traps that can protect my dragons from being targeted, but with these on the field, it does help quite a lot. I mean, there were times when I'd have just the 3 Blue Eyes up on the field by using Defusion, which I then took out of the deck. But and then they just get raped by Sakuretsu armors, magic cylinders, other stuff like that, and I just didn't have a way of protecting them, whereas these guys really help. I have only the one Paladin of White Dragon, Kyberman, and Whitestone of Legends. I want to get at least another two, so at least another one of these, and leave Kyberman just at the one. Paladin, not too sure, because at the minute I have three. Just three blue eyes. I've got three alternative means of getting it to my hand and to the field. Just there, that's your reason for it. But like I said, I'm hoping to get another Whitestone of Legends, and possibly another Paladin. I don't know. Like I said, finding ways around getting Dragon Master Knight out, there was a simple reason for that. A Light Hexel fusion. It can count as the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon when fused with Blackluster Soldier, so it does come in pretty handy, this card, considering this card, the Dragon Master Knight, all it states in the card really is it can only be summoned by fusion summoning. So basically the material can be substituted, which is quite handy when you've got something like this and you want to get a 5,000 heavy hitter out. One twin-headed behemoth, just for the fact that he can come back at the end phase when he's destroyed, but with less attack and defense, so it basically makes for just a good defender. People debate on that, but I find him pretty good. I've only got the one Vanguard of Dragons. I would like another one, but for some reason I can just send, say, a Whitestone of Legend from my hand to the graveyard, get to add a Blue Eyes to my hand, plus he gains 300 attack points for that, sending dragons to the graveyard, and if he's destroyed by card effect, by one of my opponent's card effects, then of course I can special summon a normal dragon from my graveyard, obviously being Blue Eyes, the best friend of this deck. For attack point boost, really similar to the Vanguard, I've put in Spirit Ryu for this effect. Basically I can ditch as many dragons as I want really during the damage step, and this card gains 1,000 attack points for each one. So basically I can say have Spirit Ryu attack and then say send 3 dragons, it gains 3,000 attack points. Yeah. Whitestone of Legends needed for that effect, really. A Manju of the 10,000 hands. Simple reason is just to get the ritual cards to my hand when needed, because I have 2 ritual monsters in here, and their ritual cards, I only have 1 copy of each. So this is pretty good for searching out rituals or ritual monsters. A Kaiser Sea Host just to get Blue Eyes out a bit quicker. If I have this guy up in the field, I can sacrifice him and then it counts as 2 tributes for a light monster, or even Light and Darkness Dragon, really, I can use him for. I lost a dragon just for his 1900 attack points, pretty sweet. A Dark Blade and a Pitch Dark Dragon. Now, why would you ask? Reason is it's just really for an extra polymerization target, so I can fuse these 2 together and get Dark Blade the Dragon Knight. And also, Pitch Dark Dragon can pretty much equip to Dark Blade anyway. Spell cards now. A Polymerization, a Future Fusion, and a Dragon's Mirror. So they're basically the fusion cards of the deck. Dragon's Mirror for the graveyards, field and graveyard really. Polymerization for field and hand, and Future Fusion for the deck. So there, you pretty much get why I've got those in there. Burst Stream of Destruction, goes with Blue Eyes, simple as. Swords of Revealing Light, just for stalls. One Ancient Rule, sorry. I don't know, I'm trying to get a hold of another one of these just so I can use it as just put it in the side deck in case I want to swap out some cards later on. Basically it allows me to summon a level 7 or higher normal monster from my hand without tribute. And it's a special summon, so basically I can just normal summon straight after. I've only got the 1 trade in, I would like to put another one in this deck, but I just need to get a hold of it. An MST. Monster Reborn. Lightning Vortex to clear the opponent's field. White Dragon Ritual and Blackluster Ritual, so they're the 2 ritual cards. Like I said, I've only got the 1 copy of each. And a Flute the Summoning Dragons for the fact that I've got 2 Lord of D in here. Just allows me to special summon dragons out a bit faster, so if I've got 2 Blue Eyes in the hand and a Lord of D on the field, whap this out, and I get 2 Blue Eyes on the field instantly. And finally, just to finish off the traps, we've got a Trap Hole, a Raigeki Break, A Draining Shield for attack negation and just absorbing some life points. If this was Sakaretsu armor, I would just put this Dimensional Prison in there just because it instantly removes a monster. No destruction involved, so it's just attack, wipe from the field. Burst Breath, Call the Horned, and not finally. Threatening Roar, and finally a Spellbinding Circle. So that's the traps. That's the spells. There's your monsters. Fusion deck. You pretty much guessed from the monsters that you've probably seen from this that I have Darkblade the Dragon Knight for Pitch Dark Dragon and Darkblade. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for use in 3 ways. To summon Blue Eyes Shining Dragon and this guy, Dragon Master Knight. Or I could just use the Hexel Fusion and Blackluster Soldier with that. So there you go. That is the Dragons deck. Still could be a lot of work done on. There still is a lot of work that could be done on it, but I'll leave it up to you to decide on what work I should do and what work I shouldn't do. Well, obvious things, but I obviously know what I shouldn't do. But what do you think that I should do is more the case I need to emphasize on. So yeah, there's the Dragons deck. I want to get another copy of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in this deck, and also a 5-headed dragon, just to use as future fusion targets. But as for the dragons that need to go in the deck itself, I know I need another, at the most, I know I need at least one more White Stone of Legends. If I was running, say, a deck with the Red Eyes Wyverns and also the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons, but I don't really like. I'm more of a Blue Eyes stick with that theme person. I don't really like mixing the Blue Eyes and the Red Eyes together. I used to, but now I don't. I like to keep them both separate. So yeah, that's the Dragons deck. The next review I'll be doing is for my fun deck, which is my Synchro deck. So there's my Dragons. See you later, and thanks for your time.